So looks like we're going to be doing Druid versus Rogue. No, Blacksnap is known to be a Druid player.
Really,
He's a Druid
really
master.
big Druid player, yes.
And looks like it's Spiteful Druid. Let's see what we got. What are you thinking? That looks like a pretty standard mulligan. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's a Firefly on 1. Get the Greedy Spite with maybe with coin just to get that extra mana out there.
Yeah, on turn 2. This is looking like a very nice opening hand for Blacksnap.
None will survive.
And we've got Odd Rogue
Yes,
from JetLaw.
Odd Rogue from JetLaw.
Cool. Very interesting. I haven't seen this played yet, so I'm very interested to see how this plays out.
All right, so get some board presence out there. You're going to drop the Sassy deckhand out on turn 1.
Yep. Blacksnap will likely just drop the Firefly. He could also consider the Glacial Shard, but I think it's way too early in the game to be feel super threatened by the 2-1.
Yeah.
So.
I'm thinking probably the JetLaw's next turn. He's probably going to have to dagger up. He's going to take out the 1-2.
Right.
And then punch 2 to face.
Mm-hmm. So Blacksnap's got a couple options here. He can coin out the Greedy Sprite. He can Hero Power and take out the 2-1. He can drop the Flame Elemental. Looks like he's going to Glacial Shard and take out the 2-1.
Oh, so he clears the board, stops the weapon from dealing any damage for this turn.
Right.
Ooh, another Fungal Master. Not really a good pickup right now. So pretty much the only thing he could probably really do is
drop the Ardent Squire or just
I guess
play
he's
the
gonna
SI
play
for
the
tempo.
SI, yeah, play the SI for tempo. It's pretty good right now. So Blacksnap is going to have to find a way to clear it, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to clear that SI agent.
Right. Blacksnap's really focused on keeping this board clear, because if it gets too out of hand, then he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Definitely, and he's going to need to make sure that board is clear, especially for Spiteful Summer on 6 if he's able to pick it up soon.
Mm-hmm.
You can see he picked the Vicious Fledgling. He dropped that down. And Changani's going to have to come out. He's going to have to stop that Fledgling from hitting face.
Absolutely. The pink Flappy Bird of Doom.
Everyone hates Flappy Bird. No one loves Flappy Bird. But Fungal Master coming down, buffing Flappy Bird up.
Oh, boy.
So to clear this board very easily.
Yeah, so it looks like Blacksnap's going to be in a little bit of a pickle. He can't exactly react immediately to the Flappy Bird that's coming in it's going to be coming in his face, most likely.
He's definitely going to Flappy Bird two-face, see what he can get off the adapt.
Right.
What do you think? Do you think he just
he could
another
buff it
Fungal
even
Mancer
more.
again?
Yeah, second Fungal Mancer if you wanted to.
Or do you think he Fungal Mancers the that's exactly what I thought he would do. He Fungal Mancer that side, clear off the Cobalt Scale Bane. Punching 9 to face, maybe more.
Ooh,
he gets the
yeah.
Wind Fury. That is insane damage right there, and he already knows what's going to happen.
Immediately concedes.
Concedes. There's no way he could deal with that sort of damage. And off the bat,
Game
JetLaw,
one goes to JetLaw.
Game 1.
Wow.
Man.
That was a quick one.
That was quick. You can see he was not playing around at all.
Absolutely not.
Not at all.
He
That
was
was insane.
coming for Blacksnap. So we'll see what comes out next. So I believe Blacksnap had his Warlock ban?
Blacksnap had his Warlock ban, so he has Paladin, Druid if he wants to play it again, and
Rogue.
Quest Rogue.
Right.
So for the decks for today for our two people, we have JetLaw, which is Paladin, which was Murloc Paladin, but that was banned. We also have a different Shaman. I haven't seen that Shaman played. It is
Right. It looks like a
it's,
faster Shaman.
Yeah, it's not really aggro-y. It's like a mid-range. It looks like mid-range Shaman pretty much. I think it's mid-range Shaman. He has Control Mage with Dragon Caller Alana in it. And then
the odd rogue that we just saw.
Yeah. And then with Blacksnap, he has even Paladin, the Spiteful Druid that we just saw.
Yes.
His Warlock, which is pretty much a standard Q block with a little extra. He had Spirit Singer Umbra in his deck.
Right.
So, and then Quest Rogue. So that's going to be really nice to see. I haven't seen Quest Rogue played in a tournament in a while.
Right, yeah.
Especially
that'll be interesting.
With the new meta, the way it's been, it's slower. So Quest Rogue is like able to come out there and, get that early board presence, cycle all the minions back out, get that quest done, and then just start smashing face. So I can't wait to actually see that. I would love to see that being played today. So
absolutely.
All right, we are going into game two right now.
Let's see what we got.
Game two, JetLaw is up 1-0. So JetLaw is playing his Shaman. So
this will be interesting. And Blacksnap is bringing out the Quest Rogue.
Ooh. See, now we get to see Quest Rogue in action.
All right, so.
Do you think he's gonna mulligan Caverns Below? Come on, you know he won't.
No, absolutely not. I'm interested about the fact that he's tossing the Vicious Scalehide, though.
I'm thinking he's probably looking for a better one-mana minion, which Glacial Shard's right there, but he gets
he came right back. He's very determined.
RNG. That's Ben Broad RNG right there.
Okay, so it's even Shaman.
Yeah, even Shaman. But it's like
fast.
it's a mid-range Shaman too, which is really nice. I haven't seen the Shaman being played at all, actually, to the truth. So it's going to be really nice to see a new deck that I haven't seen in the meta so far being played. So
absolutely.
All right, so turn one, zip drop the totem down. Very nice totem to start out with.
Rolling those taunt totems.
Blacksnap daggers up, turns.
Doesn't use the dagger to hit into the totem, though. Which I think is a little interesting. He wants to keep the dagger around, I guess, for later.
The runt comes out, gets the adapt, busted +1/+1. So you have a 3/3 out there with the O2 taunt. A little spell damage totem out there, too. So it's not too bad of a board right now for him.
Absolutely. I think.
And right now, Blacksnap, he's in a bit of a bind. He doesn't have anything to bring back any of his minions. He's no shadow steps. Nothing to draw cards. No use for Brewmasters in his hand right now.
Right.
Fanonize, Mimic Pod to draw cards. He's not really in a good spot right now.
He doesn't have much to react to the board either, which is unfortunate.
And the best right now that you could see might happen is he Glacial Shards the runt. Maybe drops the...
I think he's hesitating to do that because Glacial Shard is a really, really tasty minion to Shadow Step for sure. So I think he would like to keep that around if possible, although he does have the second in his hand. So hopefully he can get his quest done faster if he picks up a bounce of some sort. But right now, JetLaw is just continuing to build this board.
Right, there's no vanish in hand right now that he could.
There's a Brewmaster.
All right, so he's able to at least bring but one minion back, but.
Right. See, so I think he's going to go for the Glacial Shard because that way he can freeze the runt, bring it back, freeze something else later.
Or do you
being
think
able to bounce the Glacial Shard is
really good.
Is
yes,
really great.
Definitely. All right, so he's gonna freeze the run. He's gonna bounce the Glacial Shard back in.
Justice is mine.
All right, so He could play another Glacial Shard or the Boar. Looks like he's going to go for the Boar
I
and
think
just
he's
take out the
gonna take out one of the totems.
Okay. JetLaw has a very
good,
heavy hand right
yes,
now.
he has a very, very heavy hand, but you have Defender of Argus to play on curve right now, turn 4.
Right. And the 2 mana card on the end there is that's one of the new cards from the Witchwood expansion. It's an eel that does damage.
Yep.
I forget exactly what it's called. Well, he's gonna play it right now. It looks like, and
Yep.
take out the Brewmaster.
Yep. Merkspark Eel, so if your deck has
Merkspark
only
Eel.
even cost cards, deal 2 damage. All right, so he's going to be able to draw 2 minions out there. Zola is a very good pickup.
Absolutely. Now, thankfully, Blacksnap got some kind of draw going here so that he can start getting rolling on his quest a little bit more. Unfortunately, he didn't pick up any more bounces.
No, I mean, this board
Zola,
right now is so big for him.
Yeah.
The Sea Giant right now.
Yeah, you can see Blacksnap's seems a little frustrated. And then Sea Giant, very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the Sea Giant comes down this turn.
No, not at all. Even Defender of Argus right now is actually a good card to play too.
Absolutely.
You could Defender of Argus, take out Minstrel with one of the Primal Fin 1/1s, and then play Sea Giant afterwards.
Yeah. That would probably build the biggest board.
Actually, I don't think he's going straight for Sea Giant right now.
Right.
Yeah, he's dropping the Sea Giant down. That's a massive 8/8 right there. He's probably gonna clear up this board a little bit.
All right, so let's see what we got. So Blacksnap finally it picks up the Vanish, which is super helpful in this case. He may want to wait though on it just because there's not a lot of threat other than the Sea Giant on the board.
He's going right for
the
it.
Except for the totems, yeah. But decides
But that Sea Giant,
is
with that being
gone.
played out last, Sea Giant's gone. So it's very nice for him to clear up that board. But just there's so many small minions he could just throw right back out there. JetLaw has to know that he probably does not have another Vanish in hand right now, so he could just refill this board very nicely.
So JetLaw is going to go ahead and rebuild the board he had, minus the Sea Giant, of course, unfortunately. And now with the Vanish gone, Blacksnap might not have an answer.
JetLaw has to be knowing that he does not have another Vanish in hand right now, especially with him just waiting that long to be able to play it.
Right.
Let alone having a prep in hand as well. So he's comboing, he's drawing some more cards. He's in such a bad spot right now. He has no bounces, no prep.
That is rough for Blacksnap, for
No
sure.
Mimic Paws, no Fan of Knives, nothing to draw any other cards. Sony Shadow Dancer would be a really good pickup if he's able to get it along with a charge minion, but...
Right. So JetLaw has got several options. He can drop one of his bigger minions, or looks like he's going to taunt up with the Defender of Argus.
And just build a bigger. I think he's going straight. He already knows that
He doesn't. He knows he doesn't have to drop anything too
Nope,
too
threatening or
large, too threatening. He can just continue
exactly.
hitting
He just knows
Blacksnap in
that.
the face.
I hope you like my invention.
Finally finds
And
a
shadow
finally
step.
finds at least one bounce. So bounce the Glacial Shard off the run.
So this is the 4th played.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, he's.
And he can
I'm
complete
thinking
the
that
quest.
he would have to complete the quest. There should be no reason why he would
Right. I think.
not want to complete the quest.
Right. I think he's just looking through the.
Oh, he's
Okay.
okay. I think he's setting up the board, getting everything else out of there before he completed the quest. I think that's probably a lot better of a play. 2 minions frozen. Got only a 2/3 on the board for damage.
Ooh, we see Lich King come into the hand for JetLaw, and he has enough. Turn 8 has enough mana to play either the Lich King or Hagatha, which is the shaman hero.
Yes, it's
Legendary
the new shaman legendary that once it comes down, any spell you play, I believe.
It gives you another shaman
Yes.
spell. Battle card, deal 3 damage to all minions. So there goes Tyrone's
after you
board.
play a minion, you get a random shaman spell in your hand for Hagatha. All right, so he's going to finish the quest up.
So now with the quest complete, Blacksnap can go ahead and start hitting JetLaw with these 5/5s.
All right, so he's going to get some. He's going to definitely get some health
Health back.
He definitely needs to get that health back. So he's at 15 right now.
Right,
5 off
so
of the life steal.
Blacksnap's definitely gonna put as much pressure on as possible, and we'll see if JetLaw can answer it. He's got so many options. I think probably.
A path dimly lit.
I think he would have gone for the Serenite or for Lich King, but I think Taunt is definitely the way to go for this. It's also
He's
gonna
gonna buff it up a
him
little bit.
with the Argus.
Didn't really get that many good shaman spells off of Hagatha. He's got a rock biter weapon and ice fishing.
I don't think the ice fishing is going to be doing much, but
No,
that rock
definitely
biter could be helpful at some point. We'll see.
I hope you like my invention.
Decides to draw first, see what he can get. So Blacksnap's got a
What do you
few
think
options.
he does? Do you think he cleans up the board and then?
I would say
I
yes.
believe he would clear up the board. Oh, he's gonna punch. Okay, there you go. Useful Brewmaster.
Quickly.
And then
And the
replay
skill
it.
hide. Yep. All right. Definitely
That
getting
was a very nice
definitely
play.
getting the life back up. Has a massive board now.
Absolutely. And JetLaw has a couple taunts that he can choose from, but I think that's going to be pretty much it. So I don't think. Yep.
Oh, that is.
So
it.
JetLaw's
Yeah,
going to
he-
concede.
Blacksnap coming back from the brink of defeat on that match. That was
Absolutely, especially with such a slow start.
definitely
Wow.
a massively slow start. No bounces in his hand whatsoever. I mean, that was
Right, yeah.
epitome of coming back from the brink of defeat right there.
Yeah, I think at the end there, it looked like JetLaw was probably trying to look for spell-wise some sort of clear lightning storm or
Yeah.
volcano, something along those lines.
So,
But didn't quite get there.
no. And then Blacksnap takes that win. So we are tied up 1-1.
All right, so that means that Blacksnap still has his druid and I believe even paladin, if I remember correctly, and
No, his paladin, or yes, correct. His warlock is
Yes.
banned. Yes.
And then JetLaw still has mage
And shaman still.
and shaman.
Yeah.
Right. Do you think he'll stick with the shaman for this next match, or?
Ooh, that's actually a good question. So, Blacksnap Rogue is gone. So,
Right. Druid and
dependent.
paladin.
That's actually a good question. I don't know, to tell you the truth. That's it's actually a hard one to answer. Do you?
I think the shaman.
Well,
Aha.
and we already know he's sticking with the shaman.
Okay.
So JetLaw is sticking with his shaman, and Blacksnap is
On the
going
even paladin.
with the even paladin. Correction.
All right. So looking at these starting hands, Blacksnap's got a couple good cards to start out with. Drygulch Jailer and Direwolf definitely help to create an early board. Ooh, and JetLaw's got a really heavy hand right now.
Definitely a very heavy hand right now.
Has the Flame Tongue Totem to start to get things rolling.
Yep, take out the 1/1. Got a nice little board going right now. I think probably Drygulch Jailer would be a good play right now.
Probably, yeah. And that's what he's gonna go with. That's interesting. JetLaw's playing Stormforge Axe in his deck. I haven't seen that card around in a while.
Yeah, it's
actually.
been a long time since I've seen that
It's
card.
a classic,
yes.
isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's part of the classic set.
Yeah, I believe so. Yes. All right, so Stormforge Axe coming out. He's gonna take out the Drygulch Jailer. Keep a nice little board going. He's gonna buff up, or he's gonna heal himself. His totem back up.
Now Blacksnap's got he can fill the board with those 1/1s that he just got off the Dry Gulch Jailer.
There you go.
I'm so good at this.
He could
I think he probably wants to save those
save
to go
those
with the
for
knife
the
juggler.
knife juggler. Yeah, definitely.
Probably turn 5, maybe. Decides to go with the Loot Hoarder
And one silver hand
and one
recruit.
Silver Hand. So JetLaw. I think JetLaw will probably totem up and then maybe use the Merc Spark Eel. Doesn't have to. If he doesn't want, he's still got the Stormforge Axe, as well as a couple other options for cleaning up Blacksnap's board. So he's just gonna keep on trucking. Taking the value trade with the healing totem so that it gets healed back up.
For justice.
So Blacksnap goes with the True Silver Champion. He could have also done a Consecrate there to clean up the board for the most part, except for the Flame Tongue Totem.
Yeah.
However, I think he wants to wait on that because it's just a board of totems. He doesn't want to overreact to a board and then be down a Consecrate.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with how big that board can get on JetLaw's side.
Absolutely. So Blacksnap's got lots of options right now.
He could consecrate to clear the board, use the weapon onto the totem, but he's not going to do that. He's going to fill his board a little bit more. So we have the Plate Beetle, we got a Silver Hand Recruit, and we got a Loot Hoarder out there. It's just right now. It's just that JetLaw just has all these minions out on the board that could easily deal with whatever Blacksnap's putting out right now.
Right. I think right now Blacksnap is looking to draw his buffs. I haven't played the Even Paladin. I've been playing Odd Paladin, so I'm not as familiar with the buffs that are used in Even Paladin.
He has 2 Blessings and Kings to use. He still has 2 Call to Arms he has not played yet, let alone has been able to pull out his 2 Spellbreakers, another True Silver Champion, Avenging Wrath, which he should have in hand already. Yes. He has Avenging Wrath.
JetLaw is just going to keep on trucking. He
knows that he just has to build that board, especially up against the Paladin.
Yeah, as long as he can keep the Paladin on the back foot, he's in a good position. So that's exactly what he's doing, taking those value trades, getting the most value out of that healing totem as humanly possible.
I'm thinking right now that Blacksnap has to deal with this board. So he's probably going to play Consecrate, clear up everything except the Sea Giant.
Right.
Play a Silver Hand Recruit from hand and Hero Power.
Right.
That's still an 8-6 right there, just staring you down.
Absolutely. I'd like to see how he's going to clear that up eventually, but right now JetLaw has all the options available to him. He can really start going face if he wants with one of those Argent Commanders.
He's definitely getting these taunt totems just like on a roll right now.
Absolutely.
Especially when he needs them the most. 2 Argent
champion
Commanders.
RNG.
That's Ben Brode RNG right there. That's Ben Brode. He has 2 Argent Commanders in hand he could drop down.
Or he can go wide again and pull out the Merkspark Eels along with the Direwolf as well. It looks like he's going to go with the Argent Commander and just start wailing on Blacksnap. And unfortunately,
punching face bolt. That's 12 damage, 2 face right there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Blacksnap doesn't have a lot of options, although he does have an equality, which is incredibly helpful.
So he's gonna equality. He's gonna drop a Knife Juggler down. Will he drop both of them?
Yeah.
He's gonna drop both of them and see what. Oh, okay. Will they be able to clean it up? And they cleaned up the board nicely. Knife Juggler, RNG, cleaning up the board.
Ooh, and now JetLaw is staring down a board himself. This is the first time that Blacksnap's been ahead on board in this game, so starting to gain some ground, but JetLaw's definitely got some answers for him. See the Merkspark Eel coming down, taking out one of these Knife Jugglers. And the second one as well. Light Fuse Stegodon. That is a
really
nice
good
pickup. I'd like to see him use that.
He's going to buff his minions up to 3 health with
4
3 health.
Yep, and then get rid of the Corpse Taker. He's hanging in there, that's for sure. JetLaw, not as many options as he once had.
He picks up Hagatha. That's a really good pickup for him right now.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have the mana to play anything with it other than just totem up first.
Before he plays, yeah.
Right. It would be nice. Next turn, he could play the Direwolf and then pick up a spell off of that. But we'll see what he does. Argent Commander is also an option. to help clean up some of this board. So he's going to drop Hagatha.
Clears up a little bit of the board, drops Hagatha down. There we
Right,
go.
there's a
Finally,
call to
a
arms.
call to arms for Blacksnap, but that might be a little too late. How many more?
He's got some fuel. Unfortunately, he had to play the knife jugglers. Actually spend the mana on them
so
instead of pulling them.
Couldn't
But
get any juggles off to that for the call to arms, which is
no, but they did clean up nicely.
definitely did. Yes. So now JetLaw is looking at a big board on Blacksnap's side right
Ooh,
now.
Title Surge isn't bad. That's an easy way to clean up. You could take out the 5/3. It's got some options. Could also play Argus.
My shield.
Okay.
for Argon.
What is that? Cryostasis?
Cryostasis.
Oh, yes. That's
Give a mana
from
3/3. Give a minion 3/3 and freeze it.
Right, yeah. That's along the lines of Blizzard trying to get free shaman to be a thing. We'll see if that ever happens. But, yep. Yeah, Title Surge is definitely a nice pickup there. Ooh, Tarim.
Tarim is an even
Tarim's-
better pickup.
Yeah,
Tarim
Tarim's
is
actually really good
even
here.
better pickup right now.
Because it doesn't give any value to JetLaw, but it's only upside for Blacksnap here.
So he is going to clear this board.
Yeah, I'd like to see him take out the 2/3 with the 2/1. And then okay. I'm gonna use Term there. I
think he's going straight face now. He knows that
absolutely.
the way things are right now, he can just push face.
Yeah, I guess it's not necessary to clean up the Argus in this case because you know it can't really do much to you anyway, especially with Tarim out there. Crushing Hand.
To Northrend.
Okay, so
He was just trying to find
ways to
something.
clean up this board.
So he takes out
I've
Tarim.
never
He
seen
can clear up the board just a little bit.
I've never seen Crushing Hand played before. I kind of like Hagatha's Bewitch hero power, just purely because you see some pretty crazy spells come out
Benchmark
sometimes.
is coming out,
Oh boy,
and that will be it.
Blacksnap takes
the
game 3.
game. He is up 2-1 against JetLaw.
And the Paladin takes out the Shaman. JetLaw's Shaman not really getting it done.
Oh, he seems to always, he's getting everything at the beginning, getting all the small minions at the beginning just to like get that good board presence. And
Absolutely,
it seems like the middle
not
game,
quite
the late
closing
game
out.
is not, he's not just closing it out in the middle of the late game.
Right, yeah. So JetLaw still has his Shaman and his Mage, and Blacksnap will be on his Druid. Which that is very comfortable for him. I know that. So he
I'm
left
thinking,
his comfort.
yeah, one of his
for
comfort picks just for last. And again, JetLaw's playing Shaman right now.
Let's see if he can get it done this time. Ooh, some.
Oh, he's definitely
yeah.
definitely keeping Spiteful Summer. There's no reason why he wouldn't.
Right, that's
But
unfortunate.
Oh, that's so bad right there. One of the ultimate infestations got put in his hand.
We have turned our curse.
Hopefully he doesn't draw the other one along the way.
That would probably be a very bad thing for him if he does draw that other ultimate infest before turn 6.
Excuse me.
It's a good start. Throws out the Firefly on turn 1.
Right. JetLaw's got, he could totem up. Looks like he's going to go and coin out the Primal Fin totem. Try to make his board a little more sticky.
Oh, in the Kelliset. That's
Oh
getting
my
dropped
gosh.
easily. That is a very good pickup for Blacksnap right now. His entire attack is going to get buffed very nicely.
He's good at this game.
He's good at Druid.
He's good at Druid.
And then Druid's just Ben Broden right now.
Absolutely.
In a good way.
This is the complete opposite of the draw he had in the first game, where it was just dead draw after dead draw for the most part. So
He's gonna drop down the Greedy Spite. Try to get that
Blacksnap's
extra
just gonna curve out here, keep rolling. JetLaw's got a couple options. Gonna totem up. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Flame Tongue come down here. If he's gonna put down the Flame Tongue, I would take out the Greedy Sprite. But he decides to go with the Dire Wolf instead. We'll probably.
He's going straight. He knows. I think he's just knowing that he needs to push the face damage right now.
Absolutely. He also doesn't want to give Blacksnap the extra mana crystal for his next turn. He wants to make him trade with the Greedy Sprite to get the mana crystal himself.
If he doesn't pull that other Ultimate Infest out on turn 6, that Spiteful Summoner is going to be a big card for him.
Absolutely. JetLaw has the Sea Giant available to him, as well as Serenite Chain Gang and Defender of Argus, so he can taunt up if he wants, because he knows that Spiteful Summoner very well could come out next turn. So I wouldn't absolutely hate him taunting up here as like a preparation for that, especially since Blacksnap kept 2 cards off the mulligan. You can pretty much assume that one of them was probably Spiteful Summoner. Just figuring out the trades here. I'd like him to drop the Chain Gang personally instead of Argus, but either one is fine.
See a little shake of the head from JetLaw. Not really.
He's not liking the situation either.
Definitely not liking the situation. He's trying to figure out what he really wanted to do.
And Spiteful Summoner.
On turn 6, like clockwork, Spiteful Summer's coming out. What's in the box?
Could it be Tarantus or Deathwing or Sea Giant?
Sea Giant, not one of the best ones, but still, it's an 8/8 right there on board.
JetLaw can match with his own Sea Giant if he wants. It's gonna use the Flame Tongue to make these trades happen a little bit easier.
So his Sea Giant comes down. He's going to clean up the board a little bit. He's got a taunt out there.
Right, so JetLaw knows he needs to push some damage quickly, so he's probably going to try to go face as much as possible.
Right now, Glacial Shard is going to help out Blacksnap very well.
Absolutely, and same thing with the
freeze up that Sea Giant. Clear up this board real nice.
Oh boy.
He's got Lich King on 8 right now. Oh, that pickup is real. That Hex is very good, but does he hold the Hex? I mean, he should know that he has Lich King in the deck with
the open deck
with the open deck list. So does he hold that Hex, or does he use it for Sea Giant?
I'd like to see him hold it and play the Chain Gang instead. Just because he has the Sea Giant, the odds of Blacksnap having the second Glacial Shard in hand are a little less likely.
Right.
So Lich King's coming down.
Yeah, Lich King is definitely coming down. He's going to clear up the board. It's the bad part about that one. That Hex is going to take out Lich King.
See what we've
Taunt,
got.
Divine Shield, or attack.
Decides to go with the attack. Makes sense. He really wants to be pushing as much damage as quickly as possible, especially since all of Blacksnap's minions have the Keleseth buff.
He has
on them.
Blacksnap has no actual real direct damage in his deck to get rid of that run either. He's not running any swipes. He's not running any other direct damage in his deck right now to get rid of that Raptor run.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, the runt's going to have to go straight into the... oh, wait. He's got the Stormforge axe, so you can put the axe into the frog, send the 5 damage to face, or... and then taunt up or drop the Sea Giant. Unfortunately, that Scalebane is going to be sticking around.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
He's just making that board bigger for that Sea Giant. Sea Giant comes
Absolutely.
down.
And there goes the frog. So,
What do you think
Blacksnap's-
he does? Does he use Ultimate Infest, or does he try to mind control tech?
he can make
That's
his
spicy right there.
Yeah,
That's-
it is.
So he's gonna
He
take
can
out.
make his odds about even, or he could do it now, and then he'd have a two-thirds chance of getting something that actually has an attack, basically.
I would probably take out the Serenade Chain Gang and go for it. But he's not. He's gonna go.
Ultimate
He's
Infest.
gonna Ultimate Infest. Picked up the other one.
Mm-hmm.
That's very nice right now. So he's
So JetLaw,
has
he
to-
doesn't really have the option to just beat face right now, I don't think. I think he really does need to clean up. He can use the 1/1 totem to take the Scalebane out. Rolling the taunt totem is actually incredibly helpful for him. Let's see. You can trade the 1/3 into the Scalebane if he wants. But otherwise, that Scalebane is just going to wreak even more
Or
havoc.
do you think he's just going to use the Stormforge axe and take out the 8/5? Keep the Cobalt Scalebane there. Nope, he's gonna get rid of the Cobalt Scalebane. Pushing 9 damage to face. Oh, you already see he's ready to go with that. He is ready to go and see what he gets.
Ready.
No question about that. Dropping my control tech down. Oh, not the best, but still not the worst.
Blacksnap's got plenty of options. He can continue to buff up his minions. He can play the Tar Creeper. Takes out that Sea Giant, and JetLaw doesn't really have that many threats
No, he
left.
has nothing
the
left.
Argent Commanders, which I believe he already used one, so...
This is looking like that Blacksnap has this little match going for him.
JetLaw still has Hagatha he could pick up as well. Blacksnap's pretty low on health, too. So I definitely like the Tar Creeper here.
Yep, right into the Fungomancer. Buff that Tar Creeper up even more. Push 8 to face. There's a big board he's staring at right now.
Absolutely. What? Okay, so
He's gonna get
it's got
a
Wind
taunt,
Fury.
Wind Fury.
More taunts.
Lifesteal.
Rolling taunts for days. The Archivist is pretty dead, unfortunately, this game because
Yep. He's already drawn both.
he's already drawn both of the ultimates.
He's not really caring too much about that life gain right now because pretty much he's going to drop a lot of damage right to face. That's
Absolutely.
12 right there.
As long as Blacksnap can keep these taunts up, he's pretty much got this. There's not... JetLaw has to get through.
And that is it.
All
JetLaw
right. And there's a
concedes.
concede. Blacksnap has won the match.
Yeah,
3-1.
Blacksnap came back from an 0-1. It had looked like he was actually going to go down 0-2. Came back in that Quest Rogue matchup.
Absolutely.
That was
really
I think that
impressive.
was right there. That Quest Rogue matchup was the decider right there for
I think so.
just a turn and him coming back.